Hello, I'm Cami Camacho, and this is my video on the structures of a sheep brain. Here is the brain, and I kind of did not want to remove it out of the plastic because, just didn't know how to dispose of it, so I'm going to try my best to point out the parts here as best I can. So we'll start with the front. Around these areas, we have the gyrus and the sulcus. So gyrus would be like the bottom area, and sulcus would be, gyrus would be the bottom area, and sulcus would be the top. And their functions are to divide the brain and increase surface area and increase surface of the cerebrum, which the next one is the see, here's my list. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So just around this area, we'll have the septum pellucidum, which is the membrane that separates the lateral ventricles, and then more inward of it, maybe around that area, would be the corpus callosum, which connects the left and right hemispheres. Then we have more inward at the bottom. This might be better. So around this area, we'll have the third ventricle, which makes the CSF and provides the pathway. Then like this part right here is the thalamus, which is the emotional and memory functions. Then we have the superior colliculus, which would be like around towards the spinal cord area. Superior colliculus, which responds to visual stimulus. This area right here is the cerebellum, which balances equilibrium and is responsible for quick response. This long portion right here is the spinal cord. Which sends information to and from the brain. So the spinal cord would be up here, then medulla oblongata would be along that area, which controls the vital centers. You can't really see it because it's all plastic, but you got the hypothalamus, which controls the ANS and establishes the sleep pattern. So it'd be like usually it'll hang out. The fourth ventricle is near the medulla oblongata, like maybe not right near it, but just slightly above it. And that holds the CSF and forms the central canal, forms enteral canal spinal cord. Sorry, I got itchy. More along here, we have the olfactory bulb, which is the sense of smell. Then more inward, like maybe right there, is the optic nerve, which transmits impulses to the brain from the retina to the back of the eye. And the pathway between the chiasma and the brain is the optic tract. So it'll be like along this area. And then you got the optic chiasma, which the optic nerves cross. The pons is the relay sensory information between cerebellum and cerebrum. The pons would be more along this area. This cerebral aqueduct is the passageway of CFS between the between passageway of the CSF, and the cerebral aqueduct would be there's like a little hole, like it's like a little passageway looking thing. The midbrain is it connects the hind and forebrain, and it's usually going to be along the middle around here. The vermis connects the right and left cerebellar. It'll be near the cerebellum, which was like around this area. Shoots, I forgot where the other ones were. I tried to memorize it, but you have the cerebrum, which is the largest part, and it reads, remembers, and it's judgmental, or it helps with judgment. I talked about the superior colliculus. Well, there's also inferior colliculus, which responds to auditory stimulus. So since the superior colliculus would be like somewhere in here, the inferior would be like right along it as well. Arbor vitate helps with equilibrium. The lateral ventricle creates CSF. The choroid plexus is the network of blood vessels in each ventricle of the brain. And the septum, oh no, I already said that. The trochlear relates to the part of the body resembling the pulley. The abducens supplies the muscle concerned with lateral movement of the eyeballs. The pia mater is the inner layer that adheres to the brain, and the arachnoid is the middle layer holding CSF. Dura mater is the outermost tough fibrous layer that protects the brain. The meninges is the 3 connective tissues that cover the brain. That is my sheep brain.